everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Bern, and I'm asking, how much money do you burn on foundation every month? Well, this month I found a foundation that I think will really work for the mature crowd. And stick around while I tell you a little bit more about this great new product from Makeup Forever. Okay, so we are talking about Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation. This foundation launched at the Makeup Forever website and stores, if you happen to be in a large city, on July 8th. On July 22nd, it launches at Sephora, and you can actually pick it up in the stores on August 5th. It costs $43. It comes in 20 shades, and if you're a woman of color, I believe that they have the shades for you, so you might want to stick around and listen also. This foundation is a relaunch of their very favorite face and body foundation that is a cult favorite among makeup artists. It's been used for bridal for a long time because of its flawless finish. I have it on right now. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you how I apply. One side with the Beauty Blender, one side with a foundation blush. There's a little bit to be said about both of those application types. Okay, so now I have my eye makeup on and my mascara. As you know, I apply my eyeshadow first always, and this is a perfect example of why. Because when you put on eyeshadow, it will always fall down, and you will have shadow and coloring under your eye. You don't even realize it's there, but it is. So let me just wipe away all of my fallout, and we will go in and try this foundation. I really truly believe this foundation will work for the mature skin really well. And if you are a female that is over 40 or 50 and don't like to wear makeup, but notice that you have a lot of discolor in your skin and your skin just isn't as flawless as it once was, this will really be a makeup to try. Go to Sephora or Ulta on the date that it releases, get a sample, have a pro makeup artist match your skin color. Remember, when you're matching your skin color, you're always matching it to your neck, which is always a little bit different from your face, so that when people look at you, you don't have a different color face from a different color from this area and down. So I'm really zoomed in right now, and I just want to show you. So what I did, we're going to do one side of my face with the makeup sponge, a Beauty Blender. So what I did was I took my Beauty Blender and I'm drying it off in a paper towel to really get that excess water out of it, because this is a sheer foundation. The coverage is sheer, so we don't want a lot of moisture. So I'm also going to take my Max Fix Plus, because this is how on the company website it says to apply. So one side of my face, we'll try it with the Beauty Blender Max Fix Plus. What I'm going to do is spray my Beauty Blender. I'm going to pat some onto my Beauty Blender. I actually think what I want to do is pat it onto my face and blend it out. So let's just dab that on. I'll take up the excess and put it on my sponge. It is a very sheer coverage, so let's just roll that onto the skin. Okay, so that is one side of my face with one little 2 pumps of product. So as you can see, it's very sheer. Now, I have to say that this reminds me of the smell of Play-Doh. It's supposed to be odorless, but I swear it's that hint of Play-Doh smell that I don't know. Leave comments down below if you tried this product, or if not, then. So that's one little go round. And I would say actually my skin, I can see the discoloration in my nose and pores and everything like that. However, I have evened out a lot and I still look, in my opinion, like I really don't have makeup on or a heavy coverage foundation on. Let me know what you think. So let's do the other side, and I'm going to actually use a foundation brush. Give it 2 pumps. I'm gonna dab some on my face just to get it started. A lot of people also like using this foundation with their fingers, so if that's your preference, I go back and forth between my brushes, and I'll pick up the extra on my hand, and that is it, sheer down on my hand. And so let's go back in and dab that in. And that is the look. Much faster application with the brush, I will say that. And again, this is how it looks. Again, I see my skin, I see my imperfections still. Let me just work on the nose area. This is my problem area. I have veins due to rosacea, and it's always a problem area for me for redness. So let me just dab that around, but I really love the application. It is right after you apply it, it does feel wet and dewy, and I still think I have a very dewy look on my skin overall. So I'm just going to let that set a little. I'm going to finish up my foundation. To tell you the truth, it's a Sunday afternoon, and I don't think I need more coverage than this in the middle of summer, and that's why this foundation is really wonderful for these summer months. I really, really like it. I don't think you see the texture on my face the way you normally would with a full coverage foundation. And maybe for one of my videos, I will show you the difference between the full coverage and a water blend foundation. So let me finish up my look and be right back to you. So this foundation, it's a reformulation of the iconic Face and Body Foundation. It's loved and used by makeup artists all over the world. It has vitamins and it's a water-based foundation, which means that you don't use this foundation with silicone-based products. So you know those under makeup primers that feel real silky and smooth? It's not going to work with those. Actually, I didn't use a primer today. I wanted to just try it on naked skin. Yesterday, I used it with a primer and it worked wonderfully. A hydrating primer, which would really work for mature skin also. So, as I said, it's a buildable coverage. Let me see, it's waterproof, it's transfer proof, and it's long lasting. Now, I had it on yesterday and it really did last. It was a warm day, it was muggy, I was indoors and outdoors at a barbecue, and I'll tell you, when I reapplied, I just took the brush that I had applied it with, touched up my T-zone area, and walked out the door. Did not need another thing done. I'm veering away from powders because they just are so settling in the summer in my lines, and I can see absolutely everything on me. If you're using the Beauty Blender, I would definitely need 2 applications. Now, I used one and I'm fine with it. It is perfect for a summer afternoon, and I'm really liking the look. I'm looking for a really dewy look lately rather than my matte. You know, I don't mind my matte looks in the winter, but for some reason at this summer, I just feel like powders and mattes are just showing my age. Whereas this makes me look dewy and a little bit softer. The right side, the brush foundation, much faster and easier application. Use probably a little bit more product. If that's a concern for you, I don't know. It's not a concern for me. I waste plenty of product. I spill it. I do all sorts of stuff with it. So, but I think all in all, great for the mature skin. And I urge you to try this foundation. Go to Sephora, get a sample when it's in the stores. Try it out. I think for those of you that are over 40 and 50 that don't use a lot of foundation or don't like the way it looks, may really like this. And at this point in your life, you may find you need a little bit of shearing out and blending out of some lines and discoloration. It's going to work beautiful for you. I absolutely love it. It's my new go-to liquid foundation for sure. And I have been finding some great products lately, and I'm going to do a video on all of the foundations I use, but this is definitely a staple from now on. I'm dying to see how it performs in the winter, although I can wait for winter to see how that works. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you really liked it. I hope these tips are helping and that it's making you think about some of the products you use. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, and I can't wait to hear from you. And until next time, bye.